Doing 5 laps in this beautiful Porsche GT3RS 991. With this car, coming from the NSX, this car, the big difference, rear-wheel drive, also rear engine, as in it's behind the rear axle, and it's got 4-wheel steering. The 4-wheel steering is going to be the biggest thing. When you turn into the corners, I always tell people, be very smooth and consistent on the wheel. As you can imagine, if you're smooth and consistent on the wheel, all 4 wheels turn into that corner, it makes the car feel like it's absolutely glued to the ground. On the other end though, if you go into the corner shaking and yawing on the wheel, all 4 wheels wiggle, it makes the car feel dramatically unstable. The best way to make your hands smooth is through eye placement. The further up your eyes are, the smoother your hands become. So while we're out there, you're gonna hear me focus a lot on your eye placement. That'll just make it easier for you to drive this car through the corners. Okay. The mirrors are for me. I'll take care of anything that comes up behind us. If we need to let someone by, I'll let you know in advance. My hand will go on the steering wheel, hazard lights will go on. If we need to pass someone, wait for the slow car to show us their hazard lights, then my hand will go on the wheel to guide you and we'll drive around them. Okay. Beyond that, do you want to do paddle shifting or automatic?
What do you recommend?
In this car, to be honest,
the automatic's pretty good, right? Yeah. That's what I heard. All right.
So once we're out there, you don't have to worry about shifting.
Cool.
Any questions before we start moving?
Yeah.
If you're ready, push brake down, shifter's coming down to drive. Forward and to the left, nice and easy.
Okay. This is what I was most excited for, this one right here.
I was just telling Matt before you, like, I love making people Porsche people. It's kind of my little evil trait.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Stop here. You drove the NSX. I'm gonna be honest. I have a very soft spot for that car. I love it. If you're ready, track is all ours. Go ahead, all the way out. To the left here, straight line for that far green cone, all the way out. Light touch of brakes, slow hands into the apex. Find your exit cone on the left. Accelerate to the exit cone, full power. Brakes on the left side, brake harder. Look to the right, came in a little early. Find your apex, off the brakes. Exit cone up top, accelerate, power. Full power. Stay on the left. Brakes down to the turn-in cone, brake harder. Look to the right, apex. Look up the hill, accelerate smooth up to the right. Light touch of brakes, off the brakes, apex cones on the left. Accelerate over to the right, accelerate. Full power to the left. Brakes out to the green, brake harder. Look to the right, take us all the way to the apex, tighter. Out to the middle, accelerate, power. Back to the right side. Off the throttle to the left, accelerate straight through. Brakes out to the green, look to the right. Take us into the apex, tight. Accelerate out to the left, full power. Brake hard, brake harder, wait for it, wait for it. Now turn down to the bottom, tight to the green. Find your exit cone, accelerate up to that exit cone. Brakes on the left side. Take us into the apex, off the brakes, look up the hill, accelerate, hug the right side, touch the brake, off the brake, green cone on the left, accelerate over to the right, accelerate, full power to the left side, brakes out to the green, brake hard, wait for it, all the way to the green, tight, 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 accelerate back to the right, accelerate, back to the right, off the throttle, to the left green cone, accelerate, out to the far green cone, brakes all the way out, look to the right, take us to the apex, accelerate out to the left, full power. Stay on the left. Brakes all the way to the green, brake harder, wait for it. Now turn it down to the bottom, tight to the green. Accelerate up to the top green cone, full power. Stay on the left. Brakes on the left side, brake harder, to the right, off the brakes, up to the right, accelerate, power, to the right side, touch the brakes, off the brakes to the green cone, tight, over to the right, accelerate, full power, brakes out to the green, brake harder, wait for it, all the way to the right, tight, accelerate, back to the right side, full power, off the throttle to the left, accelerate, power, brakes out to the green, brake hard, off the brakes, all the way to the apex. Accelerate out to the left, green cone, full power. Nice job. Accelerate up to the top green cone. Accelerate full power. Brakes. Brake harder. Look to the right. Apex. Look up the hill to the right. Accelerate. Little rough on that throttle. Back to the right. Off the throttle to the green cone. Tight. Accelerate out to the right. Power, power, power. Brakes out to the green. Brake harder. Look to the right. All the way and tight to the right. Accelerate smooth. Accelerate, accelerate. Back to the right side. Off the throttle to the left. Accelerate. Brakes. Brake hard. To the right. Tight to the apex. Tighter. Accelerate out to the left. Stay on that throttle. To the right, off the brakes, apex, get on that cone, accelerate up to the top green cone, full power, nice, brake harder, look to the right, apex, off the brakes, look up the hill, accelerate up to the right, off the throttle, to the green, tight to the left, out to the right, accelerate, power, 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 brakes, slow it all down on the left side, that's 5 laps. There we are.
That felt great.
Not bad, right?
Holy shit.
Left here.
Yep.
As you see in this car, when you ask it to go, it goes.
Yes, it does. Wow.
A lot of cars have copied the 4-wheel steering system as far as like supercar world, but I don't think anyone's pulled it off as good as Porsche. You just move the car in and it just dies, and no questions asked. We're gonna park it right before the green RS, number 23. Keep going forward. Keep going, you got some more. There we are, perfect. Foot off the brake.
Yep.
Car, I can't say this enough, very clean out there, very good job. Especially coming from something all-wheel drive, I always worry, because with all-wheel drive, people become a bit reliant on the throttle.
Yeah.
And in something like this, you can't do that. You kind of need to control the balance and manipulate the grip in order to maneuver for the corner. And you did a tremendous job of that. You were very patient. You allowed the car to kind of work with you, and then once you got the rhythm of it, you started moving. So great job.
Thank you.
When you're done here, are you driving more cars?
No, that's it.
Done for the day. Since you're done